ضمن بعض كتائب من الثوار بعقود للحفاظ على شواطئ البحر.
مشكلة وين waxa weeyaan rafaadka aan soo marnay wadankan u soconay waa Yurub ay ahayd haddana Libyaan joognaa sheelka hadda maadaama uu joognaa horta wax caawimaad hadda ma hayno.
We are not knowing anything and we don't know what's next. And this place is not really safe for us.
Vice News travelled to Tripoli in Libya, a country divided by civil war and faction fighting. We heard that militias aligned with the self-proclaimed government are now rounding up and seizing migrants waiting to cross the Mediterranean Sea to Europe. We were granted access to a site where a faction of the controlling militia named Libya Dawn had just arrested hundreds of migrants and refugees. They were being held in an abandoned industrial site in the suburb of Tajura. When we arrived, hundreds of refugees from sub-Saharan Africa were detained outside of a disused warehouse.
تعال انت تعال اسمع نعطوهم بالطرف هم يوزعوا خيرك انت منهم خيرك راه انت
طبعا جتنا معلومة الساعة 2 في الليل من غرفة المشتركة عمليات تاجورة. جتنا معلومة أن في هجرة غير شرعية في مزرعة في غوط الرمان. طلعنا قوة لا بأس بها تعتبر متاع من 7-8 سيارات أفراد ودهمنا المزرعة طبعا بدون مقاومة. ما فيش مقاومة الأمور أنا ماشي الحمد لله. لقينا فيها حوالي من 700 ل 900 تقريبا مهاجر. طلبنا الحكومة أنها تجي أنها كيف تجي نتعامل معاهم وما شيء ما فيش إجابات أو توا من البارح ما فادونا بشيء. نشوفوا الطليان والناس هذه الاتحاد الأوروبي باش بتعاوننا في الخدمة هذه إن شاء الله. نعم.
جامد كويس هيك يعطوكم ماكله جامد لو انت ماش تفرجوا شيء خلي تعطوا.
The women and children were separated from the men.
The main reason I left my country was there's no future in there. There's no hope. We just become a soldier. You go for a war. We can't get out of the country legally. It's always illegal and they can kill you. So it was okay with us to cross the sea. We know a lot of people die there, but we accepted it as Eritreans because our government can't help us. We came through Sahara. We lost direction. We finished our water and food after 4 days. After the 8th day, we reached Ethiopia and we were being beaten to pay 1,600. And after we paid, then they put you in a car and you travel through the night. And through the day, they just leave us in a cage and anything can happen to us. After we reach Trablus, we gather like 400 people, 500 people so that we can cross the border again, the sea, to Italy. We were sleeping. 4 guys came. Everybody tried to run and some boys protect the girls. One, they beat him on the head with a gun and the other one on his neck and on his back. And they told all the girls to stay in one corner. They took pictures of us. When we went out of the house, there was lots of cars, police cars, and big trucks. Then they put us in there, and then they brought us here.
بنات تعبانين، بنات يعني اجوا من بلاطهم مشان حرب وكعب. بالاول في بنات كثير شافوا الصحراء وشافوا الطريق اغتصاب كذا بنات كتار تعبانين في حتى حلمة ولدت بليبيا بالصحراء ما تقدر تولد مرة ثانية ما تقدر تجيب مرة ثانية تحتاج لعالجات تحتاج مرضات
بس شنو دايرنا كان دايرنا سريع ما جينا لليبيا دايرنا نسافر كنا هنا قاعدين هنا حصلنا في المشاكل والآخر شنو ما عارفين
Most of the refugees had fled from dictatorships and human rights abuses in Eritrea, Somalia and Sudan. In the middle of fighting a civil war, it wasn't immediately clear why these militias were getting involved in a humanitarian crisis. Libya's vast desert borders have long gone unpoliced, establishing the country as a major hub for smugglers and traffickers. In response, the EU threatened to bomb Libya's lawless coastline, targeting their smuggling networks. A government official in charge of combating migration told us what the self-proclaimed government were now doing to prevent military action.
احنا الظروف اللي تو تمر بينا احنا حتى كليبيين مش محميين. الظروف اللي تو في ليبيا نتيجة الحروب هذه بكثرة ونتيجة كثرة السلاح حتى الليبي مش آمن روحه انه يروح لبيته. مش آمن روحه انه يقعد في ليبيا، كم من ليبي مهاجر خرج ليبيا. وضع ليبيا الراهن لا يسمح بتطبيق القانون النهائي. القاضي اللي بيحكم حيهدد وبقوة السلاح ياخذوه ممكن يتعرض للقتل. لما تقول انت بكر على الحماية هذه واحدة من الحماية. لعند هذه اللحظة لم يقوم بأي دعم مادي سواء من حكومة الإنقاذ أو من الاتحاد الأوروبي. لم يصل هذا الجهاز أي دعم مادي نهائي. والجهاز مكتوف الأيدي. ليبيا الوقت الراهن إن شاء الله تحمي نفسها ضمن بعض كتائب من الثوار بعقود للشغل مع الجهاز طبعا للحفاظ على شواطئ البحر طبعا لمنع العبور إلى أوروبا.
This means that to help solve the refugee crisis in Libya, armed militias are now being funded and contracted by the National Salvation Government. To help us understand why the government had to resort to these measures, the immigration official invited us to see how bad the conditions were in a government-run facility. A huge men's hall is packed with hundreds of migrants and refugees.
So me, I spent almost here 21 days. We are having food, we are eating. But to go to toilet is our problem. And many people are sick here.
Some people, they are shitting in body. When we say we want to go to toilet, it's problem. Every day they has beaten me. Look at my eye now. My hair is beaten. They are shooting some people. I swear. Not lie, because I see it for my eye.
The situation is, as he told you before, if I told more and more, they may beaten us after they go. I can't stop more. Because just help as time. I can't say anything yet.
Next, the guards led us to an enclosure filled with women.
ሌሊት ምንም ይሁን ማና አናቀም ፊታቸውን ተሸፍነው በሩን ሰብረው ገቡብን አፍነው አመጡን እዚህ አስቀመጡን ወይ ልንሰርቅ ወይም ደግሞ ወደ ሌላ ወንጀል ልንሰራ አይደለም እዚህ የመጣ ነው ግማሹ እየታረዱ በባህር ላይ ስንቱ እንደተጣለ የሰው ልጅ በሜዳ
እንደ በግ እየታረደ ነው። ሳራን በረሃን መከራና ስቃያችንን በልተን ይሆድልናል ህይወታችንን ለውጣለን ብለን እዚህ ተነስተን መተናል። እህቶቻችን እየታረዱ ወንድሞቻችን እየታረዱ ነው። እዚህ ቀንና ሌሊት ነው የሚደበደቡት። ቀንና ሌሊት ነው እየተፈራረቁባቸው የሚደበደቡትና እኛ ይሄ መንግስት መዳይ በለን እኛ አገርም ሄደንም ወደ አገርም አንገርም። እኛ እዚህ ቦታ ማንም መቶ የሚጠይቀን የለም። እኛ አገር ሄደንም ወደ አገራችን አንመለስም። ጉልበታችን አልቋል፣ ደክመናል። እኛ ካሁን በኋላ ወደ አገራችን ብንመለስ ተቀባይ የለንም። እኛ ይሄንን መንግስት መፍትሄ እንዲፈጥርልን ለመንግስት ጩኸታችንን እናቀርባለን። እኛ እናት አባት የለንም፣ የሚቀበለንም የለንም፣ አገርም የለንም። እኛ
Human rights groups have reported widespread abuse in detention centres throughout Libya. We went to ask Nasir Hazam, the head of this government facility, about his methods for keeping control. First, he was keen to show how organised they were, despite being over capacity.
هذا 40 دينار موسى التراوري هداي شنو عندنا عنده تليفون وعنده جواز. هذا طبعا هذا امانه انا شيء مكتوب 29 دينار، هذه 10، هذه 20، 25 ودون 24 29 دينار زي ما مكتوب هنا في الامانه بتاعهم موجود. هذه الحاجات طبعا مجهوله، حاجات هذه مجهوله شوي، حاجات مجهوله وحديده وتسميه حاجات خاصه بهم. منظمات حقوق الانسان خصوصا ان هي مثلا امور هذه الايذاء بالنسبه للمهاجرين او الضرب وكذا مش موجود فيه عندي شيء هو، لكن في حاجه نقولها لك، في اخطاء تصير، مش اخطاء هي عقاب. في الفتره الماضيه احنا من نهار 12/5 ولا التاريخ هذا قبضنا على حوالي ما يقارب من 3000 مهاجر شرعي. بتعرف هذا بتخلي الامور فوضى، بيصبح معش امور ضربه، يصبح قتل ورفس لكن هم يبون يشدوا عليهم العبء اللي هم خايفين منه، يبون يشدوا احنا مرات ما احنا لو خلوا البحر مفتوح ما بيقعد لنا حد هنا، كلها يلقون في البحر، ما عندنا شيء هنا، كلها موجود في البحر، صح ولا مش صح؟
Smuggling networks have taken advantage of calmer seas over the summer months, and record numbers are trying to leave Libya's shores to make the deadly crossing to Europe. With the self-proclaimed government willing to work with militias exploiting the migrant crisis, the detained refugees have become a valuable commodity and a political bargaining chip. UN peace talks are ongoing between Libya's two conflicting governments, one that's internationally recognised and exiled in the city of Tobruk, and the other self-proclaimed in Tripoli. If managing the migrants offers an opportunity to be integrated officially into border security, this could help the militias maintain and extend their power should a unity government be formed. At the militia-run camp, it's been days since a group of migrants and refugees were seized from smugglers. They're now being kept inside a metal warehouse in soaring summer temperatures.
متوليين 3 أيام موجودين معنا هنايا، خاطبنا رئيس الوزراء وحكومة القاضي الوطني للأسف، لكن فيش استجابة. توفوا منهم 3 وفي زوج نساء حتى عملية إجهاض وطفلين حتى ما توفوا. كيف تجيب لي قنبلة مكوتة من البشري وتقعد في المكان هذا؟ اعتبر هذا وباء.
As the militia deal out the rest of the food, some of the migrants explain the conditions they've been living in.
إلا مدة الله بيتهم بلاد عمل الصحراء وحن كنا ولا أنا قلنا فانتي دي تضرب بلاد بري هوي ما نجري جرين وح رجوج يفتمان بيا وح نعبي جري بيرو بسين لي شو بنكاجر بالحساسية ضدك الجشاجرتا أنت وين هاي سا درم هاي سنو سانا وح نقاونا هاي وادرلان واي وح عومان ما هاي سنو
marka waxaan islaa future-ka aad ku dhisatid bal Yurub marka mushkiladda weyn waxa weeyaan rafaadka aan soo marnay wadankan u soconay haddana Liibiyaanu joognaa sheelka hadda maadaama uu joognaa horta wax caawimaad hadda ma hayno caawimaad degdegna waan isu weynaa
We came from Sudan. We are catched in Sahara by bandits. We are daily beaten by the bandits. And we pay $2,100. And we are coming in this place. There is not enough water, enough food. So many people are in a very bad condition. Maybe some people they will not continue tomorrow.
We have spent lots of money. We can't punish it, and we will suffer. If you have any solution, give me solution or by the other nation.
The women had been separated from the men. Ahmed takes us to where they had been moved to.
في عندنا النساء غادي والأطفال هذول اللي حوامل واللي جايبات واللي واحد بروحهم حاطينهم أطفال. هذا مكان سكن مسلمات. خش تفضل. هذا الحمام تبولوا هنا. معاناة الواحد يعاني في معاناة يعلم الله بحالنا. كيف بنزلهم أنا توهم أسر وأولاد وأطفال ونساء حوامل يجيبوا لهم في شوف بيبي جيب له حليب وجيب له شمالات وجيب له قداش نصرف عليه هنا. نتوكلوا الجناح الثاني تشوف فيه حتى والعنبر الثاني مازال فيه مجموعة نساء. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل وخلاص في تجار البشر هذا.
We sleep about like 12, 13 people. It's really hot, but we have no choice. We leave this room alone because lots of Libyans come in, so we're also scared. So we stay a lot of girls so that if they pull one girl, we can help her out. When they see the cameramans, they will tell each other, shh, there's camera everywhere. So they will start giving food, water, and everything. They will act nice. But when you guys go, there will be guns everywhere. They will have sticks. They will start talking really, really rude. They start abusing us, really, really mean words. And we don't eat regularly. We don't have food diet. Sometimes they give us food, sometimes they don't. But the boys, they don't eat at all. Lots of boys come in. We're not secure. We're really, really scared because we don't trust them. We don't know what's next. And this place is not really safe for us as girls.
With the EU applying pressure on Libya to address the migrant crisis, the militias see this as an opportunity. And with factions now fighting for legitimacy, competition is fierce. In a wealthier suburb of Tripoli, a rival faction had already been absorbed into Libya's central security. They'd just rounded up a group of migrants ready to be moved to a detention centre. The leader of the unit, Murad Abdel Kafi, agreed to talk.
تأسيس الكتيبة من قبل التحرير نشتغلوا عبارة عن خلايا ضد كتائب عمرو القذافي. سميت كتيبة النواصي. بالتالي تم الانضمام إلى اللجنة الأمنية. والآن أصبحنا الأمن المركزي فرع شمال طرابلس بعد ما تلقينا عدة دورات تدريبية تبع الداخلية. احنا جتنا معلومات من منطقة قرقارش واهالي قرقارش انه يوجد اعداد من الافارقة انهم يحاولون يذهبون للبحر. العدد اللي مسكناهم 441 شخص.
Les gens que vous voyez ici là, moi pour moi je me dis que 95% ne sont pas les gens qui vont partir en Europe. Ce sont les gens qui sont ici en Libye, ils sont en train de chercher leur travail, qui cherchent à se débrouiller comme ça. Ici là en Libye, moi j'ai 2 ans ici en Libye, je travaille la mécanique. Dans la nuit aussi, les policiers sont venus agresser les gens, arrêter les gens. Deuxième foyer, les foyers on habite, ça fait des années qu'on habite là. Ils ont tiré 2 gars sur le pied. Ils ne nous ont pas demandé ni papier, ni quoi comme ça là. Ils nous ont pris. Et tout le monde sait que l'Italie n'est pas Italie, que la Libye n'est pas un pays de la paix maintenant, c'est un pays sécurisé ou quoi comme ça là, qu'il n'y a pas de. Bon, qu'il n'y a pas de sécurité.
Although we were unable to verify the migrant story, if numbers and arrests are becoming a way for the militias to legitimize themselves, then thousands of migrants who are now residing and working in Libya could also be at risk of being detained. Back at the camp in Tajura, the militia had started putting the migrants to work and were renovating the site. Since our last visit, they've connected electricity, and today they're installing running water and opening a shower room for the men.
هني اليوم وفرنا لهم الحمامات والدوش وهكا امس جو الامم المتحده جابوا لهم مواد تنظيف وكذا وقاعدين العالم كله هذا مسؤول عليهم يعتبر يدوروا لهم حل. ما فيش اكثر من عنديش اي كلام ثاني اللي بنقولوا لك.
Despite the conditions, washing for the first time in weeks offered some relief. Running water was also being installed over at the women's halls.
When you guys left, one guy came and he asked us what we were saying. they started asking us why we were talking the truth. So everybody kept quiet. They did not say that I was the one talking, but they told us not to say anything. They can't say anything because they're scared. But I'm sacrificing my life for a change because I really need change. My family back at home need change. Everybody in here need change. We did not come here to eat or work. We don't want their electricity. We don't want their water. We don't want their food. We just want to go. If we're not gonna get any help from anybody, we want to go to the sea. This is like death for us. We're not scared of death. We are Eritreans. Our main aim is to go to Europe. If we don't make it, we're okay with it because we'd rather die than to stay here. We're like dead people here. I heard there's a United Nations in Libya, but there's no United Nations in Libya. And we need the United Nations here.
Despite some improvements, the conditions of the camp are still rudimentary and desperate. Even while being filmed, some of the soldiers looked under the influence of drugs. If the militias are to become part of the state, more and more migrants' futures will be placed in their hands. We asked the leader of the militia, Murad Kashruda, what his intentions are.
أنا أمس مشيت لوزير الداخلية الأستاذ محمد شايتر قلت له يعني إن شاء الله الموضوع قاعدين يضموا عندي وقلت له نبي نستلموه يعني الموضوع هذا نحن المفروض عندنا في المنافذ وفي المطارات وفي أي مكان في ليبيا نخدمه واحد وين ما نلقوا نعرف أرواحنا أن حنخدموا ليبيا ونخدموا الليبيين نتجهوا نحن ما ناخذوش لا في قرار من حد ولا ناخذوا في إذن من حد لخدمة بلادنا وخدمة أهلنا يعني.
Since leaving the camp, we made contact with a detainee who had made it out. He told us that the militia had sold him and over 24 others to a trafficker for $26,000. The traffickers then held him prisoner until his family paid for his freedom, highlighting just how much of a commodity the refugees and migrants have become. Before leaving the camp, he told us that the militia had started to prepare the migrants for labour. Four men that tried to escape the camp were killed on the spot, and women who tried to run were tortured. As Libya's internal fight for stability continues, and the militias sense a political and business opportunity, it looks unlikely that they'll surrender custody of the refugees, making these people a pawn in the militia's quest for power.
لا 625
في واحد مدير شالو في واحد متوفى
هنا ما في حد طلع ما في حد 100
عليك